Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Weak Layers, a new ski comedy. It's coming out soon. About three women who are crazy party ski bunnies, and they have to make a film to save the day. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Now, there's a tradition of making crazy ski movies. In fact, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia did a parody of them one time. This was like kind of an 80s thing. Just like all the other movies, it's like, oh, they're a bunch of losers and they party hard, but they're nice people. And then they had to win the contest to save the day at the end. And then they do. So it's pretty straightforward by the numbers comedy, but I kind of like it. It's not quite as good, I think, though, as if guys were in the lead. I think guys lend a certain craziness to these kinds of movies that women just can't seem to capture, no matter how nutty they act. I don't know what it is. Even the title is just odd. Weak Layers. I don't understand what that title is. But, they classify the three girls. One's the filmmaker, she's the romantic, and the other's the life of the party. Kate Burrell stars, directs, co-writes, and I think she had one other credit. No, I guess that was it. So, hats off to you. Produced by Andrew Ladd and co-written by Andrew Ladd, who is not in it, with Neil Bedsoe and Evan Jonakeek. I don't know who that is. But good for you, Katie. So she's having a good time with this. The premise is, well, let's go through the first acts. First act, they are crazy snow bunny girls. They drink and they ski and I don't know what they do for a living, but she's supposedly a filmmaker. And the other girls are always like, oh, you should make a film. I guess. And then there's some sort of contest, but I can't enter. I'm not going to win. But then, because they party too hard, they get thrown out of their apartment by this dude who does, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this dude who does one of the old school, like, you are the three most foul young ladies I have ever had the displeasure to meet. Like, what is this? What year is this? I mean, even in the 80s, that would have been old school. But, okay, I get it. But, sure, they're fun. They're fun. It is a fun movie, and I like that. They just wreck the place, have sex with dudes. But see, it's a different context when it's women doing it. That's the problem. Like, guys, they got to go through crazy lengths to get girls. Women just have to be there. Women just have to say yes. So it's a different metric here. But they get thrown out, and so in their second act, they're homeless, living in a van, and they decide the only way they can turn things around is to win this contest for $5,000. Yeah, that ought to solve all their problems. They can buy 2 houses with that kind of money. So they decide to make a film, and then for some reason they're celebrities, although I couldn't tell you a single celebrity in this movie, but fine. And then they have 72 hours to make the film, and she's like, well, don't drink, don't party, leave the celebrities alone. But of course, they're drinking and partying. She's throwing up, she's making the film, but then she meets some guy, gets drunk, and has sex with him. Then she meets, I think, a real filmmaker. I don't know who this guy is. And she can't, she's just not ready to explain what her film is. I don't think she knows. and then it turns into a little bit of feminism just in a couple of moments, which I can kind of forgive because, like, one of the guys says, "You're nobody, so who cares if you screw up," which is true. But then, they ask her what a film's about, and she can't think of anything, and she just goes, "Women." And then, like, there's a line about, "Oh, it's diversity over talent." That's a good line, I guess. If they're going to say, "Yeah, that's one of the hurdles women have to overcome now." That's one of your hurdles. That's like a self-imposed hurdle, really, because the diversity push, again, shouldn't have happened, because you shouldn't pick people over merit. But so I guess they're addressing that, which I guess is good. But they don't really harp on it, so I guess I can forgive. They're trying to make it a comedy. It's kind of funny and amusing and fun. And then they win the contest. Of course they win the contest. That's. And then they all end up with some dudes. Because that's how these movies end. They're happy. They're fun. Remember fun? So I don't mind it. Would I go to the theaters to see it? I don't really think this is going to get any kind of major release, so I don't think it'll be in the theaters near me. I'd probably check it out on streaming if I had the time and I wanted to see something fun. I just don't get the weak layers. I just don't get that title at all. I think it should have been called something else. Ski Bunnies! Exclamation point. Ski Bunnies! But, as long as it doesn't turn into a girl boss thing, which I don't think it does, it really feels like they took a movie written about three guys and just swapped women into it. I don't know. Is that what they've done? I don't think so, because Kate directed and co-wrote it. So I kind of think not, but I could totally see someone, looking at that and saying, yeah. You want to avoid that, screenwriters, obviously. I mean, there should be more female bits in this. I guess the problem is guys are just kind of funnier, because guys are like more, I don't know, they're more suicidal in some respects. So when you see a guy dive through the window, it's like, oh yeah, you can see that. When you see a girl do it, like the girl does it and she's in a helmet and like covered up completely, like, she thought it through. Like, yeah, a guy will go through it, ski through a window with no shirt on. Woo! With a glass sticking out of him. So, yeah, I think it'll be fun either way. So, yeah. It's called Weak Layers. Let's see if there's a write-up here. Greenwich Entertainment. Oh, yeah, here we go. After getting evicted, three party-loving best friends set out to win a ski movie competition. So specific. The prize money covers their rent, but they'll have to beat out professional skiers and filmmakers, an uproarious comedy that celebrates mountain towns and takes on a male-dominated ski industry. Oh, my God, you lost me on the last sentence. Come on. Come on, Katie. Really? So it's feminist hilarity ski movie. So in other words, you cut back all the feminism out of the trailer. Jeez. Come on. It didn't have to be about that. Takes on the male-dominated ski industry. You think women are going to see this movie? Are you out of your mind? What women are going to see this movie? There's a tiny window of high schooler. You know the crazy high schoolers, I mean. From about 16 to, I'll say 19. Yeah, they kind of maybe want to see this movie. If they're not out there doing what's in the movie. But, I don't think they're sitting around going, yeah, well, I want to see a movie about women win. Come on, they just want to see a good movie. There it is. There it is. The last friggin' sentence you lost me. Oh, well. That's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. We got to go to the vet. So, prayers and wishes for little Joan. She's fine. She has to get her shots, so it's not going to be a happy day for a tiny little dog. We'll see you in the next one.